Hey team, my name is Dr. Jen McCullum, and I'm making this welcome video today to welcome you, of course, to our class at SNHU LIT 650. This is our graduate seminar in American literature. I'd like this video to serve a couple purposes today. First of all, of course, I'd like to welcome you to the class, so I'm going to do that wholeheartedly and say it's great to have you here. The second thing that I'd like for this video to do is I want to take the time to talk to you a bit about how videos work in the class. Then I'd like to follow by giving you some tips for success in week one to help you get set up in either before the class starts or in the first couple days of the course. You'll notice that in week one, I'll provide a week one video that will give you the specifics for how to approach the readings and the deliverables for week one. But for this video, I want to keep it short, it's simple, and succinct, and let you know about me, about the class, and some approaches so that you can feel very successful. One thing that I really like about online teaching, one tool that I use is a humanistic approach through videos. I feel that in an online course, students can feel a little bit isolated and they can feel like it's hard to find their way. It's hard to find that important connection with their classmates, with the class, with the context, with the text. For me, using video is a way to bridge that gap. Every single week, at the beginning of the week, I will post an announcement in which I write out a couple short paragraphs of information, and then I will include a bulleted list in which I'll list off the major topics that I'll discuss in the video. I expect that students will watch this video every single week. Videos are between 5 and 15 minutes long, really running the gamut, depending on what the content will be for that week. But the videos are designed to do some really important work. First of all, the videos every week give you a sense of reflection and synthesis. So in these videos, I'll be looking back on the weeks that came before, making some important insights that can inform your performance for the coming week, and also showing how texts that we've read in the past have meaning and value for texts that we're reading this week. That can give students a sense of cohesion across the timeline of the course, making it easy to synthesize the contexts and the text that we're working on. I think that's so important. I also use the video as a way to give you tips for success in the week that we're in. So in every week, I'll hone in on one or two key moves that I think will really serve you well for the kind of reading and the kind of writing and the kind of interactions that I'm asking you to do in that week. So you're getting kind of a supplementary education of how to perform, how to write, how to engage through watching these videos. And students who watch every video, I think they do find themselves absolutely better prepared, better informed, and they feel like they have those salient insights into what the expectations are and how to meet those expectations. Students who watch the videos oftentimes see themselves growing as an academic in this very short 10-week period. So very important there. I also, in my announcements, will include important resources if you are interested in extending your investigation, your knowledge of whatever it is that's on the table for the week. Oftentimes, my announcements will have those resources for you. And most of all, the videos provide a chance for you to get to know me in a way that seems a little bit more intimate than it might if I were to just write this out. I encourage any students in this class who are interested in trying their hands at videos, making videos, to do so. This class, it gives students a very safe space to experiment, especially those students who are interested in teaching at any level. A lot of education today is moving toward virtual classrooms, and experimenting with video can be very useful for us if we have intention to teach in a high school or to be an online adjunct instructor or something else of that nature. So I encourage you to experiment with making videos yourself in the forums as your main post or even as a peer response. The next thing that I'd like to cover, in addition to how I use videos, is I'd like to talk a little bit about some tips for getting started in this class. It can be so overwhelming the first week of a new class, especially a graduate course. Students are often not sure what the expectations are. I like to be as clear as possible about my expectations. So, one thing that you can do, in addition to watching the weekly video to get started, which you're doing right now, is to go through the course. I want you to click on every single tab and every single link that is available. If there's a file that you think is useful, such as a file about how the workshops are graded, how the forums are graded, how the papers are graded, the lecture overviews, all of those materials. Go ahead and right now, today, on your computer's hard drive, make a file, call it Lit 650. And I want you to input and organize all of the files from this course right onto your hard drive. That way you have information at your fingertips that you have organized yourself so that it could be more easy for you to find. You can also do this with my weekly videos by following me on my YouTube channel, by bookmarking my writing overview series, for example, by bookmarking this course on YouTube so that you can access the videos and go back to them whenever you need them. Part of this chronicling is also making sure that you're aware that I do have a writing overview series on YouTube in which I try to catalog for students what I find to be the key moves of the academic genre. The academic genre is a very slippery writing genre. Even academics have different opinions of what the academic genre is. So in my writing overview series, I have a series of videos to which I'm always adding and revising. In fact, I'm going to be revising my line of inquiry one soon, and I'm also going to be adding a video on conclusions, but it's a work in progress that's always trying to hone in on ways to better explain the major aspects of academic writing to students at all levels. So feel free to utilize that and utilize it hardcore as you go through this course. I will oftentimes attach useful videos as part of my announcement every week, videos that are very tied in to the kind of work that I'm asking you to do. In addition to that, please watch my video that is called My Expectations. I try to be as clear and forthcoming with students as I can about what I expect from graduate level inquiry. The expectations in this class are very high. I expect that each of you will commit around 10 hours a week to work, not much less, and certainly not any more than that. I also expect that graduate students will be performing at the high level of intellectual intellectual inquiry that is befitting of a future professor or of somebody who has intentions to get published in a peer-reviewed academic journal. The kind of writing that we do in this class is the writing that's going to lead you to producing the kind of inquiry that has the capabilities of becoming a published work. So that is what we're working toward. As you may or may not know, getting a job as a professor today is it requires most people to have work that's been published. So I think I would be doing you a giant disservice if I was not preparing you for that future. So that's what we're all about in this course. The texts that we're reading are 20th and 21st century texts of American literature, many of which you probably are not familiar with, so it should be a great exploration. I look forward to working with you this semester, and I encourage you to reach out to me in any way that feels comfortable for you. I have a lot of social media links that you can use, email, Skype, phone, whatever it is. Here in the first week of class, I really like to get to know you, so feel free to reach out. Tell me a little bit about your aspirations, your history, your fears, your passions, your hobbies, your expectations, anything at all that you want to share. I would love to hear it. I hope you guys have a great week. Stay tuned for the week 1 video, which will take you through smoothly and seamlessly through week 1. All right, guys, welcome to the course.